A popular Spokane business owner has a similar story to tell. Run over by a snow groomer on Mount Spokane. And he told the story to our Robin Nance, so you'll understand what happened and his appreciation for all of it.
You know Mark Starr from his nearly 30 years of making pizzas here at David's and the many community events he's been a part of. But there was an event in December up at Mount Spokane that changed his life forever. In fact, it nearly ended it.
So I was up there on a day I wasn't even scheduled.
Mark started a side gig up on the mountain for something fun to do outside of David's, working with the crew, grooming the runs before skiing himself. After sundown the evening of December 17th, Mark was grooming a run he hadn't before. He was asking for some directions from a coworker, but the groomers were loud.
I didn't completely understand what he was saying to me. Put my machine in park, walked over to his machine.
As they were talking, the 20,000-pound groomer lurched forward, first pinning his feet, rolling over the top of him, crushing nearly his entire left side, his foot, ankle, calf.
We have these things on a machine called ice spikes, stick down about that far from the track. If you're moving that machine on an icy slope, it keeps the machine from sliding. Well, it also keeps you from keeping your leg intact. And
it tore up his calf, his knee, broke his pelvis, a number of ribs, his arm, and nearly tore his scalp off. He lost a lot of blood, even losing vision for a time.
Did you have any idea just how bad this thing was?
I knew it was bad, mostly because of how the people around me were acting.
Some of those people were his friends.
It scared the hell out of everybody. They were more worried about me than I was, and that was really difficult for me.
While some of those people were horrified and in shock, others sprang into action, calling for help, trying to stop the bleeding. That night was foggy, too foggy for Life Flight to even take off. Ski Patrol took him down the mountain in a toboggan, got him on an ambulance, which rushed him to Sacred Heart.
I can't say enough about the people that saved my life.
Mark spent 6 weeks at Sacred Heart.
How many surgeries have you had?
Yep. I wish I could tell you.
One of his surgeries lasted 12 hours. Some of his medical team say his recovery has been remarkable, but it hasn't come easily.
This is 20 years old.
He pushes himself to do as much as his recovering body will allow.
I remember Knight's Diner from back in the day.
And his attitude takes him even further.
I look forward to every day.
But looking back, that might be the most interesting part of this whole thing.
This is going to sound really dumb. I am so grateful that this happened because I have met some of the greatest people in the world. I can't say enough about that.
He still has 2 more surgeries ahead. He thinks he'll be back to 100% by this summer. Nothing keeps Mark Starr down. In fact, look for him at Bloomsday. In Spokane, Robin Nance, 4 News Now.